Well, now that the great Y2K scare lies safely behind us, many survivalists have emerged from their underground bunkers. But in Coober Pedy, Australia, living underground is just a part of everyday life. And nobody seems to be in a big hurry to come to the surface.
Welcome to the harsh Australian outback, where thermometer-shattering temperatures can peak at 120 degrees. It's a beautiful but brutal landscape. But take a closer look at this ocean of sand, where what appear to be molehills rise from the desert floor. Below these mini mountains lies a fascinating, nearly invisible world, an entire city that exists almost entirely underground. It's called Coober Pedy. Founded in 1920, 5 years after its first opals were discovered, it is presently considered the opal capital of the world.
The main reason to live underground is it's comfortable, and it's also very quiet. There's no noise at night time. You sleep well because there's no lights coming in through any windows, and it's quite comfortable.
The residents who live in dugouts find very little reason to come up for air. Why should they, when everything they need is underground? Shops, hotels, offices, even churches. Living underground comes naturally to many of the folks in Coober Pedy. Many of the residents are also miners. The area surrounding the town is blessed with a rich deposit of opals.
Our wonderful, beautiful opals and all their glorious colours and shapes and sizes, and I think there's something for everybody. It's opal. This is the opal capital of the world.
Opals have been mined here since 1915, but it wasn't until an opal boom in the 1960s that the miners came up with an ingenious way of escaping the oppressive, suffocating heat of the outback.
We started digging a tunnel into the face of the mountain and just made one tunnel in, and then we put our 2 bunks into the tunnel, and so we started living underground, which reduced our temperature to only about 70 degrees, which was a great help.
Longtime resident Jenny Goff recalls how primitive things were back then.
The water supply was very short, and you had to sort of learn to bath in about a jug of water. You'd wash your hair about once a week. That was something.
Now a 3-room home can be dug out underground in just a couple of weeks. After that, plumbing and power lines are run through pipes on the ground. Then that's covered with plastic and cement. Underground wells provide plenty of water, and waste is carried out through a gravity feed. And best of all, the dugouts provide insulation from both summer heat and winter cold. The cost of digging out a home is about $12,000, but dugouts can pay for themselves, especially if you find a stash of opals during the excavation.
Well, for the most of people, of course, they don't find a great deal. The miner might just be subsistence levels, but some people can be spectacularly rich from what they find. A shell such as we've been looking at here is quite valuable, quite rare. But if you found a pocket of these, hallelujah.
The second biggest business here is tourism. Elsa Gladwin runs a motel that gives outsiders a chance to see what life is like underground.
They always complain about not being able to wake up in the morning because it's dark. And they say, oh, we overslept. We should have been up hours ago to get on with our day.
But residents like Pete Lamont will choose one of these dugouts over a house topside any day.
Every dugout's unique, and so you'll go into one dugout and the ground may appear more whitish in colour. You'll go into somebody else's and it'll be more reddish in colour. And so that makes for, every place is individual, almost like our opals. Each one is individual.